Hi, this is DEDMan. If you're watching this video, I assume you're old enough to see gore, violence, swearing, and general adult content. If you aren't old enough, come back with some ID. Or a fake one. Yes, Kojima has returned! I like this main menu. It's on the beach, so it has all the beached whales, and the waves lapping on the shore make it hauntingly beautiful. Loving the production logo. Actually, I think it's the first time I've ever seen this in a game. So, I guess Kojima's ready to make movies. This quote perfectly sums up the themes of Death Stranding. You aren't an action hero, but just a man trying to form bonds and unify a shattered country.
Once there was an explosion. A bang which gave birth to time and space. Once there was an explosion. A bang which set a planet spinning in that space. Once there was an explosion. A bang which gave rise to life as we know it.
Cosmology lessons. This opening proves Kojima's ready to make movies. He already directs cutscenes as if they are the opening shots of one. And know. Very nice title card. Those sunglasses are boss, and I wish the game pulled a Metal Gear Solid 5 so I could buy them. This first scene is showing you in cutscene what to look out for later on when playing. As soon as you see that upside down rainbow, you know you're headed into Timefall. That's a neat visual way of letting us know what the Timefall is about. Aging whatever it touches. The reverse strike is awesome and I need one. So, that's a more brutal way of showing the effects of Timefall. Right into Deja vu, I just been in this place before. Her jacket says fragile, but she got hit by a bike. Pretty sure that would break you. That'll make your rating go down.
No. Great. Fuck.
No.
So, obviously it will come up way more later on, but having your Odra deck scan for packages as well as terrain dangers is a wonderful game mechanic. As always, introducing the actor's name with the character is a win. Maybe movies should start doing this. Dude, technology really has come a long way if we can animate Goosebumps. Watching the plants sprout and wither away is a great visual cue of the BTs being present. Looking out for the guy that ran you over? This is legitimately a tense and terrifying scene. I like the different chapters as if we might be watching a TV show.
What the hell? Didn't mean to grab you so hard.
I mean, it does make sense. Sam mentions later on he doesn't like being touched, and if I got grabbed so many times by BTs and each one left a permanent bruise, I'd not want to be touched either.
Tears. A chiral allergy. So, you have dooms, like me.
I've got the extinction factor, but I think you got me beat.
What's your level? You can see them, right?
No, but I can sense them.
Level 2, then.
Having different levels of being a Doom makes sense as to why Fragile can teleport, but Sam can't.
My name is Fragile.
Yeah, I've heard of you.
While I'm a little disappointed that Quiet's actress Stephanie Houston wasn't able to play Fragile as planned, Léa Seydoux does a remarkable job. Also, it's remarkable how well mocap and animation works. In the span of about 4 seconds, you can see Fragile's face go from genuine smile when introducing herself to watching her face drop whenever Sam says, "Yeah, I've heard of you," and then have a forced smile to act like what he said didn't bother her as Sam knows of her reputation.
Sam Porter Bridges. The man who delivers.
At least he's not the man who sold the world.
You want it?
Sharing is caring.
A crypto bite a day keeps the time fall away.
Well, at least the shot from the trailer makes more sense now. While I'm not 100% sure how useful that umbrella would be, it looks really cool.
Watch yourself. Those things never stay gone for long.
Helpful advice.
What took you so long? It's not like the legend to come in late.
Kept you waiting, huh? Son of a bitch. Rainbow!
Only Kojima can make a rainbow terrifying.
I can't get you out!
Man, Timefall is some scary stuff. So, maybe you guys should have burned the body? Certainly would have been better than this outcome.
Sorry!
Sad as it is, at that point, that was the only way to help him. Nah, man, you don't get an easy way out. future boss fight shadowing. Norman Reedus' butt. Ending foreshadowing into a title card. Introducing repatriation through cutscene. What?
BB? BB, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Steady.
Mads Mikkelsen is always a win. So while Sam is a repatriate and can't die, it's probably unpleasant to vomit up that tar every time.
Call me DEDMan. I'm well acquainted with the dead.
DEDMan, you say? I think that's a really awesome name and have absolutely no personal bias. Also, Guillermo del Toro is always a win.
These aren't handcuffs. They're cutting-edge devices that keep us all connected.
Funny, it's almost like cell phones help us keep connected and they're shackled to most people. Oh.
Game over, man.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Couldn't resist putting in a codec system, Kojima.
You can make America whole. Sam, if we don't all come together again, humanity will not survive.
She's right. Humanity as a whole really does need to come together and stop pointless bickering.
I love you, Sam. I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
Foreshadowing.
Give me 150 cc's.
The music definitely deserves a win.
I don't think I need to remind you, but every minute counts when transporting corpses for disposal. 48 hours following cardiac arrest, they go necro and become a fresh BT to make our lives hell.
If the visual cue from the earlier cutscene wasn't enough, DEDMan flat out explains it to you. This is actually an awesome and unique gameplay mechanic, having to actually balance your load as well as balancing yourself.
There's something that's uncomforting.
Having these kinds of music tracks really leans into the cinematic aspect of the game when you're making deliveries.
Today's a good day. This one's for you.
Being able to like things. That Timefall storm could not have come at a worse time.
But it's still alive.
It can't be repaired, and it can't survive outside the pod.
At least Sam doesn't just see his BB as a tool. He's too cute to be a tool. This whole scene is tense.
Sam, what's your status? Chiralium density is still increasing.
My status is fucked. There's tons of them. Start, you shit. Maybe you are defective.
So, I can't win Sam being mean to BB, but the sound design of an engine turning over is hilarious. Finally got it running. Walking through the BTs is so tension-filled, especially since this is your first time actually walking through it. Order Deck Happy Dance. Taking a piss and leaving a marker so that other people can see where you took a piss.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000!
Aw, BB blew you a heart bubble.
You're upset. Is this about BB-28?
Go fuck yourself. I'm not your errand boy.
I mean, technically you kind of are.
Hey, I'm no one's messenger boy, all right? I'm a delivery boy.
Well, in any event, it seems it owes you its life.
BB flipped off DEDMan.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
Recycling. The more missions you complete, the more army men figures you get for decorations.
America. Reconstructionism. Her dream isn't dead.
I don't want to hear it.
Sam is the reluctant protagonist through and through, fighting being helpful to the main cast but being drug along anyway.
Taken.
I'm not being kept in a cell or anything like that. I'm allowed to use their facilities and to speak with you whenever I want. I just can't leave the city.
Can I go out through here? Just be back by bedtime, okay.
Or perhaps the two of you have something of an affinity for one another.
BB's happy to see me.
How you doing, baby?
Aw, BB's happy school when you play with him is adorable.
Those there are strands. Not just used for packing, by the way, but for identification, too. Take a closer look and you'll see. See the red there? That's your blood.
You could have just used a name tag.
I should add that these showers have another function. The collection of blood, hair, fluids, and other natural waste products. They provide a non-invasive means to monitor your exposure to Corellium and your overall health. And I freely admit a chance to study the unique properties of your physiology, you being a repatriate and all.
Win for non-invasive healthcare?
That's all you'll need to go forth and reconnect the world. To make us whole again.
What did it say to you, Archie?
All the lost and fragmented junk data will be compiled and restored. Like bringing a dinosaur back to life from a fossil.
There are 5 movies and 2 books on why that is a horrible idea. There's a dial-up tone when you hook up BB.
You see that sign someone left over there? You can leave some of your own if you'd like. Messages, warnings, words of encouragement, whatever comes to mind.
Leaving helpful tips. Rocking BB with your controller.
Even the best porters have been known to lose their cargo. But you're better than the best. You've got what it takes to finish what they started. If you come across any abandoned shipments, consider taking them to their intended destination.
Helping out your fellow porters.
Well, at least I'm getting my steps in.
The surge of power coming from the Cupid and then seeing how far you progressed in traversing the country is awesome.
I'll be taking a sample of your shower water in order to study the effects your bodily fluids might have on a BT.
Sam Porter Bridges bathwater. Only $99.99 for a 3-ounce bottle. Hurry while supplies last.
Processing fluids. Waste products. Corellium. Dispensing.
Piss grenades. The short cutscene can be a little annoying after a while, but it's a great way to make sure you aren't walking into a BT area without knowing it.
Mules. Damn addicts chasing a cargo high. Shame we gotta deal with their bullshit at all. Back in the day, AI did everything. Deliveries were handled by unmanned vehicles and drones. And all we had to do was sit back and let them work. It was revolutionary. Damn near singularity. No reason for it not to take off. But it didn't. People didn't like it when we took the human element out of the service industry. So, after some consideration, we put it back in. Made jobs no one really needed and gave them to folks who couldn't live without them. And from there, it snowballed. Now we got cults of cargo-chasing crazies who get off on hijacking shipments.
Only Kojima could think of a world where people get a high off of package delivering. Killing ghosts with blood grenades? Hell yeah. Being able to construct bridges, watchtowers, and generators from a little portable device is so cool.
You'll float too.
Brought you an astronaut. Mankind can go anywhere, even outer space. You'll be out of there in no time. And the second all this is over, I'm going to take you wherever you want to go.
I love that the charm attached to BB's tank is just the logo for Kojima Productions.
The name's Higgs, the particle of God that permeates all existence.
That's a hell of an entrance. Even your Odra deck flinches backward.
Nice to meet you.
So hard to form connections when you can't shake hands. Fortunately, I've got a good connection to the other side.
You can blame my friends on the other side. Now what you wanted?
Now you're no bridge. To me, I'm bound to all of it. This world, that world, and our sweet little angel of death.
This takes Dooms to an entirely new level. That seems way more advanced than being able to sense BTs. The epic orchestra picks up, so you know you're in for a boss fight. Throwing blood grenades at Ink Thulu is an awesome first boss fight. Bosses turning into giant chiralium crystals, then shattering into the smaller ones you normally find on your journey is both cool and creepy.
Snack?
Sharing is caring.
You came through then.
I don't break that easy. Name notwithstanding.
You can use the beach?
I have a beach. You've got yours. I've got mine. I use it to jump across space. I can't conjure out BTs the way Higgs can, but I can go after him, chase him to the beach.
Why does it seem like everyone but me has cool Dooms powers?
Ebola gun, huh? That could come in handy. As is, you can use it to restrain human targets without killing them. But swap out those wires with strands spun from your blood, and it might even work on BTs.
Being able to shoot bolas at people and BTs to tie them up.
Go ahead. Give it a whirl.
Also, nice pun there, mama. Rebuilding roads that can be used by others.
Make sure you carry pizzas properly at all times. If you do something stupid, like turn it on its side, you'll ruin it.
This mission is worth at least 10 wins.
Now to start really using timefall to our advantage. Our farm will be a world first. Truth be told, we've got some test fields, but without the ability to predict timefall, the results have been less than stellar. The timefall around here was fairly regular, so we had a reasonable idea of when to plant and when to harvest. But then the terrorists went and threw everything out of whack. Too many dead, too many craters. Weather became impossible to predict. The network's forecast ought to help us get back on track, thank goodness. If all goes to plan, we'll be able to expand our operation and use timefall to cultivate whole swaths of land. We'll continue our genetic research too, of course, and see if we can't find a way to help develop a sustainable ecosystem. Hell, maybe we'll even stumble into some answers about the timefall while we're at it.
At least in this post-apocalypse, you don't need to worry about food. The idea of taking something that can be terrible, example what happened to Fragile, and making it something that benefits humanity is just wonderful.
Oh, I've got a present for you, Lisa. Cliff, you shouldn't have. What could it be? What could it be? Oh, look. It's a beanie. You love these. Oh, what about you, little one? Would you like me to open it? Oh, what do we have here? What do we have here? A spaceman.
Even in this kind of situation, Cliff keeps his spirits up. It's nice to know after SOP fell, they found a use for the remaining dwarf geckos. Thanks, but I like my Luden's mask better. Recycling by littering?
Hi, Sam, Bridges, I presume? Sorry about that, the system seems to be on the fritz. One of the packages wasn't processed properly and got left out of the order. It says here the client is Fragile herself. Someone double-tagged it so the system couldn't tell whether it's for Fragile Express or Bridges. Anywho, really sorry for the hold-up, and, careful. The contents are fragile. Yes, okay.
It's terrifying how sneaky Higgs is. Never thought I'd put "threw a nuke into a tar pit" on my gamer resume.
Maybe there's no way of saving Middle Knot. But South Knot's still here. Because of me. And you.
Trying to erase your friend's survivor's guilt.
So, as punishment, he strips me down to nothing. And then he makes it rain.
It's one thing hearing about it, but it's so much worse actually seeing it happen to her.
If all you want is to save yourself, you just have to jump. However, if you want to see this altruistic streak of yours through, then you'll have to carry my nuke to the bottomless pit and toss it in.
Higgs is definitely not somebody you want to mess with.
You see, the truth is, I don't much care for my face. That's why I hide it. Oh, but you... Ooh, you just love yours, don't you? I bet Daddy was real proud.
Higgs is also hella creepy, and Troy Baker sells it hard.
Oh. What's it gonna be?
I'll take the damage and the goods. I don't break that easy.
Fragile is tough and isn't gonna take shit from anyone.
Because I'm fragile. But I'm not that fragile.
Badass woman and emotional climax.
All I had to do was jump, and I could have saved myself.
But instead, you saved a city. And more than that, you gave people hope.
Logic clearly dictates that the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Or the one.
This entrance puts Higgs to shame. Also, fun fact, Clifford Unger's character originally didn't smoke until Kojima saw Mads taking a smoke break and decided he looked cool doing it.
Baby.
My baby.
I know what you're thinking. Is that an otter on my head? Or am I just happy to see you? Well, both.
Conan O'Brien gives you an otter hood.
Hey, by the way, you should have this. It'll help you on your way. Yeah, don't worry about me. I've got an otter one. Come on. Come on, otter one? That's pretty good. Come.
Dad jokes. Simultaneously adorable and creepy.
Do you think the grown-ups could talk for a minute? Thank
you. Even though Mama's BT baby won't hurt them, the Odricek has no chill.
Another Cairo spike. She's been crying more at night.
Yep, that's parenting for you. Dropping what you're doing and or randomly changing the subject.
We need to rewrite the software to work with the new hardware.
Well, then get to it.
Yeah, no can do. I designed the hardware, but the software was written by someone else.
Sam is accurate for someone non-IT.
I gave birth there in the rubble.
So, Mama's ordeal was super rough. Giving birth in the rubble and surviving with no food and only trickles of rain to keep her sustained.
Mind if I take a sample?
Yeah, sure. Suck me dry.
Phrasing?
All we need now is to get Jack into the network. Am I right?
Jack in! Megaman, power up!
Zip lines are the most useful thing you can build from your PCC. What?
Mama's primary field of expertise is applied physics. Lochna's is theoretical. Mama designed the qubit hardware. Lochna, the software. They said they could converse over any distance. Said they had a special bond that led them.
The chiral network being based on Mama and Lochna's ability is a really amazing concept. Being able to pee in the snow.
Let's try them out. Cut the cord connecting us. She's sound asleep. I made sure she got plenty of milk. Just do it. Please, Sam. Set us free.
I have to give it up to the actors again. The look on Mama's face, full of pain when she asks Sam to set them free, and the shock on Sam's face is just amazing.
This world was never hers, but all the same, I didn't want her to leave it. Even though she's already lost.
Win for emotional trauma?
Do it.
Cut the cord!
Sam, would you sit me up? I haven't been outside in a long time. It's just too much to take in all at once.
You sure? Thought you might be claustrophobic after your time in the rubble.
I'll be fine, so long as I can see out of the bag.
Being considerate of trauma.
Get ready, Sam. It's coming.
Badass new summoning jutsu.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
At least all was forgiven before Mama passed away.
She died beneath the rubble, with our child still inside her. Her caw passed over to the other side, but her haw remained, bound to our dead daughter. She knew all of this, of course. That's why she kept one cuff loose. Didn't want anyone seeing her vitals.
So, technically Mama was undead?
And this is why I hate these things.
Hey, baby.
Aw, BB has a happy dance.
Officially, they were suspended by the government, following a void out which claimed the life of the then acting president.
Just wouldn't be a Kojima game without some government conspiracy. Tank Thulu? still has an epic entrance, even though we've already been introduced. Oh, hi, Hannibal.
It's not easy being me. No wife, no children, no friends. And so I sought solace, sought company in the dead. Over time, I made them a part of me. 70% of who I am today.
So it doesn't really go into it a lot, but DEDMan is actually made of cadavers and stem cells. He is literally a modern-day Frankenstein's monster. No matter how many times you see it, it's still funny. That's a hell of a nightmare.
The man felt responsible, so he left. And his wife, who died, her name was Lucy. She'd been pregnant, poor woman. They were going to name their son Lou. Didn't happen.
Hearing Sam's tragic story makes you finally understand why he's so cut off from everyone and was unwilling to join back with Bridges.
Still there, Sam?
Hartman's ringtone is a sped-up funeral march. Hartman has nice taste. The entrance, as well as his whole base in general, is really stylish.
Keep on keeping on.
You gotta keep on keeping on.
Kinda morbid to have a funeral march playing while you're dead, Hartman. The chiral hourglass is so cool.
Well, you certainly caught me with my pants down.
Don't let them catch you with your pants down. Rule number 3, beware of bathrooms.
60 deaths and 60 resurrections per day. 60 opportunities to search the beach for my departed family. This is how I live. This is my life.
Seeing the cufflinks used out of gameplay looks really cool.
So, while you've traveled to and from the sea an impressive number of times, my beach count is a little higher. 218,549.
That's a lot of deaths, Hartman. Not sure why you were so pleased by the high kill count on yourself.
I see myself in that crater. My wife and my child. It's like looking at the shape of my heart. The doctors called it myocardial cordiphomia. Mine is an especially unusual case.
So Hartman has a heart-shaped heart and lives above a heart-shaped lake. I thought Mama's name was on the nose, but this takes the cake.
I would induce cardiac arrest. 3 minutes at a time. And search for them. Day after day after day.
That's some dedication.
I find the thought terrifying. Spending eternity alone. Which is why I decided to find my family and make sure to move on with them.
That's a nice twist. In most stories you see someone working tirelessly to bring family back to life, but here, Hartman simply wants to be able to move on to the afterlife with his family.
You mean die with them?
Awarding you likes for the correct answer.
I know that feeling. Lost my family in an accident.
Well, I never expected you to open up to me.
Positive reinforcement.
Afterwards, we can get back to the important job of researching the deaths.
Good thing he installed padded floors. Being helpful. Even death doesn't stop Hartman from giving likes.
My apologies, Sam. You came all this way to visit me, but I neglected to give you a proper farewell.
Politeness. using an extra floating carrier like a hoverboard.
You know what this is, yes?
A frozen mammoth from 10,000 years ago.
Correct.
Video game equivalent of a gold star.
Alright. How's this? A dinosaur from 65.5 million years ago. Umbilical cord, not decomposed.
Only mammals have umbilical cords.
No. Only mammals have umbilical cords used for childbirth.
Hartman will take away that gold star.
Trilobites. Ammonites. Dinosaurs. The mammoth, the Iceman. All preserved as if frozen in time. All, without exception, found with strands. Which is to say that all may have been connected to the beach. And this, when viewed in the context of the extinction entity, EE theory, leads me to surmise that organisms with strands are in fact extinction entities.
Well, that's not good that there's been multiple extinction events that keep trying to wipe us out. Also, I see what you did there, Kojima. Thought you could sneak in a Metal Gear Solid 2 reference.
So he kidnaps her for E powers or whatever to cause a mass extinction.
Plot summary. Odradek thumbs up. Having to literally summon the buildings from the tar. That's a nice rug pull, having us avoid BTs the entire game, and now needing their help to continue on. That's horrifying.
Homily?
Sam.
Now, that's just mean.
Surely you figured it out.
Doom? People like us? She's the source of it all!
Nightmares that haunt us, the visions of an inescapable future. Sound familiar?
Happy fucking doomsday, Sam!
That was unexpected.
Sam. Don't you get it?
You can speed this up or slow it down, but you cannot stop what we've started.
Higgs, master of making people very uncomfortable.
They're coming to get me.
Epic boss fight versus a BT kaiju. Odradek to the rescue.
All that for repatriate. What a waste. No! Well, we'll pick this up when you're done dying.
Protecting your BB. Sometimes when you repatriate, your inner BB greets you butt first.
Fragile.
What?
Do you have anything to eat?
Oh.
Finally took her up on her offer.
Got you hooked, huh?
Rude.
For this to work, I'll have to touch you.
Being considerate.
No matter what you, me, or anybody else does, humanity has a few 100,000 years left, tops. Why don't we just cut to the chase? Accept our fate.
Just a few 100,000 years? Why, that's barely any time at all.
This place. This fucking beach. There's no repatriation here, no. One of us dies, that's it. He goes to the other side. It's nice, huh? Lucky loser gets to put an end to this rinse and repeat bullshit once and for all.
There's actual stakes to this fight.
So, no BTs, no void outs, no bullshit. Just a good old-fashioned boss fight.
Meta jokes.
One more ending before the end. One last game over.
More meta jokes.
I am the particle of God.
Now, if that's not a final boss quote, I don't know what is. Getting to tie up and kick the shit out of Higgs. Honestly, getting to not only throw packages, but getting to finish off a boss like that is pretty hilarious and great.
I don't need the gun, Sam. I can beat you. I can beat you.
And yet you let me throw empties at your head.
Thank you. Sorry about that. One more throw.
Metal Gear Solid 4 style punch out. Slow-mo punches. The music that plays during this scene is phenomenal. It is somber and frantic at the same time.
Finish him.
You're getting a little touchy-feely there, Mr. Phasmophobia.
Who says bad guys can't teach you new vocabulary words?
Well, congratulations. You won the game.
Even more meta jokes. Is Higgs secretly Deadpool?
I think you'll find our bond is made of stronger stuff. Jimmy Pillar, damn it!
Oh, what's this? You're already broken.
You have no power here.
I'm Higgs. I'm the particle of God that permeates all existence. What are you? Honey, you ain't nothing but damaged goods.
You are damaged goods.
Payback! Also love the third grader comeback.
There you go. As promised.
Thanks.
Keeping your promises.
One more thing. Your little one managed to bring it here by picturing it as equipment.
Aw, that was nice of her. I missed my BB.
Great. So I'm Mario and you're Princess Peach.
Gaming reference.
Like Mario and Princess Peach.
That was so bad it's hilarious. Hard no.
The hell? Whoa, Sam, it's me. Sorry, didn't mean to startle you.
That is definitely not how you were supposed to greet someone, DEDMan. The yawns are contagious.
We have to swear in a new president and establish a functioning government. Only then will America be whole again.
America, fuck yeah! When I found out I was gonna be a father, I was so scared. Scared of what it would mean. I had to be there for you and your mom, no matter what. I couldn't just go off and get myself killed anymore. Couldn't leave you all alone. I couldn't. I had it all wrong. All wrong. Being a father didn't make me scared. It made me brave. I'm sorry. I'm sorry it took me so long.
Heartfelt speech to your son that I can confirm is accurate.
Captain, I need you to hand it over.
Shoot him, John. Shoot him!
I just gotta say, in a world where ghosts are literally populating your world, don't you think cold-blooded murder just to get property wouldn't come back to bite you in the ass? Yet another badass entrance by Cliff. Okay, so I've not talked about it up until right now, but how cool is it that you fight the Soldier Man in 3 different areas of iconic battlefields? First World War I, then World War II, now Vietnam. It makes the boss fights unique from each other and is most definitely a nice change of scenery. Being able to embrace your son once before you pass over.
Take BB and get out of this place. There's nothing I can do for your wife. I'm sorry.
Trying to help a friend / former commander.
After he recorded this, the director jumped to the beach. Or rather, Amelie summoned him there.
He had a gun to Bridget when I saw him. Then Cliff showed up, took him away.
I thought he went to the beach to confront Amelie.
Yeah, she was there too. She was the one who got me out.
It's so obvious to me now. I can't believe I didn't see it sooner. It was Amelie who...
What happened?
The chiral network dropped out. According to Luckna, it won't be long before it's completely unusable.
So all our hard work was for nothing.
Let me finish what I was saying, Sam.
I'll tell him.
Fragile. You look like shit. You should be resting.
I know. I need to tell you something. I had a little chat with Higgs back on the beach. Didn't take much to make him talk.
You say why he betrayed you?
He said it was part of her plan.
What?
She was their leader. The terrorist void-outs, the whole extinction agenda, Amelie was behind it all.
That's got to be hard to hear. I thought we were supposed to be rescuing her, not helping wipe out humanity.
I looked inside his pod, and there was no BB in there. Take a good look at what was. It's the same doll Die Hard Man had. This is their bridge baby.
That's not creepy at all. Fighting a BT whale is awesome.
Imagine it as a circulatory system, if you will. Each of our beaches is a single capillary. But Amelie's beach is the heart that pumps blood to the rest of us.
Hartman talking about hearts. Amelie's blood-soaked moonlit beach is really beautiful.
London Bridge is falling down. Falling down. Falling down. London Bridge is falling down. My fair lady.
Not sure if this or Dead Space's rendition of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is creepier.
It was the bonds between people that brought the world together. And if that is what matters most to you, then I will stay here on this beach. And I will shut myself in and the rest of you out.
That is a huge sacrifice. Simply because she loves Sam so much, she's willing to do whatever it takes to make him happy.
Let there be no more walls between us, nor masks to hide who we are.
Wow. Taking off his mask after all that time is really brave of him.
Oh, Sam. You have no idea how long I've been waiting to give you a hug.
Finally getting a hug in.
The records go on to state that he vanished after Cliff's death. A warrant was put out, but he was later found dead. Turns out some people die harder than others, though. Dear John donned a mask and reappeared with a new identity.
Well, I suppose having connections with the president helps.
But I don't deserve it, goddammit! There is no atoning for what I've done.
Holy shit. Tommy Earl Jenkins should take home an Oscar for this scene.
Nobody wants a president who acts like they're immortal. And if you're not scared of death, how can you value life? And life is pretty fucking fragile right now.
I decided to follow my father's dream after all. Don't worry. I won't get mixed up with any terrorists this time.
Learning from your mistakes.
I didn't shoot Higgs. Couldn't pull the trigger. So I let him choose. Death or eternal solitude on the beach.
Brutal compassion? BB's theme is so beautiful. It's a really nice way of tying the whole game into its ending.
Brought you an astronaut. Mankind can go anywhere, even outer space.
Ooh! We finally get to see all those scenes from outside our bubble.
The President gave me the highest level access privileges. I've used them to manipulate the security system. We have 5 minutes before it resets, sir. 5 minutes to talk. Off the record.
Well, I think John should have, not sided with the President. I understand where he's coming from, and it's still commendable that he tries to warn and help Cliff.
I wrote down everything you need to know. It was the only way to keep it off the system.
You know what I love about pen and paper? Nobody can hack into this shit.
I'm sorry, Lisa. Don't worry. I'll take care of him. I promise you. I promise you.
Oof! Resolving to mercy kill your wife and swear to her that you'll take care of your baby? That'll hit you right in the feels. That sucks. You spend the whole game fighting Cliff only to realize that he just wanted his baby back. Then try to stop his execution, even though you know it's probably futile.
When I found out I was gonna be a father, I was so scared. Scared of what it would mean. I had to be there for you and your mom, no matter what. I couldn't just go off and get myself killed anymore. Couldn't leave you all alone. I couldn't.
This is so tragic. The second time he gives a speech is as he's dying, and you can tell he feels like he's failed.
Oh my god.
Nice sleight of hand.
You told me your name was Sam Porter. But you're Sam Bridges.
Confusing memory interaction? Embracing your son before getting shot in the back. Well, that explains the scar and the repatriation.
Come on, Lou. Wake up. Come on, Lou, wake up.
This whole scene is heartbreaking, and Norman Reedus is a fantastic actor. Oh, that's a relief. I was about to turn into Niagara Falls. It looks like after all that, there's no more Timefall. Aw, he had a baby girl.
You've got mail.